Well, welcome in, and Jenny's got the week off, so it's me, Steve Marshall, filling in, and I get to spend some time with Dr. Kohli. She is the 9 News medical expert. She's also accepting new patients at her practice, Cherry Creek Heart in Aurora, and I want to make sure that I get this in because I don't know how much we mentioned that you're kind of a big deal. I mean, she's an adjunct professor at Johns Hopkins, and Duke University, so...
Thank you, Steve.
Well, thank you for coming by. Okay, so Thanksgiving's coming up, and we've always got those myths or rumors of what is true, what is not true for Thanksgiving. So let's run over some of those and find out what is.
All right, love it. Sounds fun.
First off, the sleeping with the what is it? That's in turkey?
Yeah, so this is a rumor I hear all the time from my patients. The tryptophan in the turkey made me sleepy.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about it. Tryptophan is an essential amino acid.
Okay.
Turkey has a lot of it.
Right.
But tryptophan gets converted to serotonin, which is like our mood hormone, and gives off melatonin, which is that sleep hormone.
Okay.
So that's where that myth comes from.
Okay.
But it's actually a myth because you need to eat about 4 pounds of turkey in order for there to be enough melatonin to make you sleepy. Now you're going to say to me, but I always get sleepy after the big meal.
Yeah.
And that's from the carbohydrates, the carb coma, and the fat. So about 60 to 90 minutes after, you get a big spike in your blood sugar, and that's what's making you sleepy.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of, shoving a bunch of food into our face all day, should we skip breakfast or should we have a little something to eat in the morning?
A lot of people think, okay, I'm going to be having so many calories that I should skip breakfast, save my stomach for the meal. Wrong thinking. In fact, it actually has the opposite effect because it messes up your appetite, your satiety signals, and your blood sugar.
Okay.
So when you end up at the meal, you probably will eat more. So I would say you definitely want to eat a breakfast, maybe eat a little later than you normally eat because your dinner is going to be about 4 or 5 p.m.
Right.
So you want to eat at like 10:30 or 11.
Okay.
And you want to eat something with protein in it. So I say like an egg with a little bit of fruit or some Greek yogurt with some nuts and fruit in it.
Right.
Maybe a little bit of peanut butter on a toast, something that's satisfying, that fills you up, but not so many calories that by the time you get to dinner, you've had enough.
Now, I heard something a while ago about that you should stop before you feel full. And this is at any point, because by the time your body catches up or your brain catches up with your body, whichever way it goes, you could have overeaten quite a bit.
No, you're absolutely right there. In fact, you have overeaten. So if you wait for that full signal, by definition, you've eaten too much. So the science tells us we need to stop when we're 80% full.
Okay.
And then wait 20 to 30 minutes before we eat anything else. And so this is a great way not to overindulge on Thanksgiving because the average American consumes about 3,000 to 5,000 calories on Thanksgiving.
Wow.
About 2 to 3 times the number of calories we normally take in.
Right.
So one of the ways that we can sort of biohack our body is to space out our eating to allow that satiety signal to get to our brain because it takes 20 to 30 minutes from our stomach to send the signal to our brain that we're full.
Right.
So that automatically helps with portion control. I also say I'm one of those people that loves to try everything.
Yeah.
But start with your top 3 favorites and then wait a little bit and then go for a second
Go back.
round. Yes.
Yeah.
Because if you put everything on your plate the first time, you're tempted to finish all of it. And then, as you said, by definition, you've overeaten.
And one of the things I've always wondered about people that, thank goodness my mom never did this, but put stuffing in the bird.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's the raw turkey thing. Is that safe or not safe?
Terrible idea.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I know it looks beautiful on the table when you have the stuffing inside the bird, but you have to be really careful because the internal temperature of the stuffing doesn't get hot enough because of all the muscle tissue around with the turkey. And of course, as you said, the raw turkey has a lot of bacteria in it.
Right.
So you really want to try to cook the stuffing separately, get that internal temperature high enough to prevent any kind of foodborne illness. And then if you want to either put it around the turkey or put it inside the turkey, once you've cooked it, that's a safer way to go.
See, thank you. That makes more sense. Now, as far as any of the foods go, is there a difference between, let's say, a pumpkin pie, pecan, apple pie? Is one healthier than another?
Yes, I'm surprisingly so. So pumpkin pie is considered a healthier pie amongst the pies.
All right.
With the caveats that, of course, you want a small portion.
Right.
You don't want to put like too much whipped cream or too many toppings or ice cream or anything else on it because that takes it away.
That'll kill it pretty quick.
Yeah. But if you compare it sort of head to head with pecan pie, it has less sugar, fewer calories, and it has more nutrients than the pecan pie. Personally, I like them both.
Yeah.
And maybe one, at Thanksgiving, one at Christmas. Yeah, because I like the nuttiness of the pecan pie.
Right.
But the pumpkin pie has that really smooth, creamy texture as well. So it's delicious.
And what about apple?
Apple pie has more sugar.
Okay.
So you have to be a little careful. Now, if you make the apple pie yourself and you control how much sugar you put in it, then that can certainly be an option because apples are high in fiber. They're, a healthy type of fruit to eat, and they have a lot of potassium as well. And one of the things I tell most of my patients, and I try to do myself as well, the next day after you have that big Thanksgiving meal, you're sort of in damage control mode. You have to recover from all that eating.
It's a food hangover.
Yes, exactly. So you try, if you don't have kidney disease, you don't have diabetes, you don't have any chronic illnesses, you want to try to increase the amount of potassium you're taking in the next day.
Okay.
Because that helps you excrete or pee out all that sodium that you consumed the day before. So it's almost like a detox the next day. And so I do a lot of fruits and vegetables. I do like a green juice or a smoothie. I do like coconut water. These are all great things to have the following day to sort of compensate for the fact that you took in extra sodium the day before.
Now, what about cranberry sauce? Because I know cranberries themselves are really good for you.
Yeah.
But cranberry sauce, especially out of the can.
So my family does the canned cranberry sauce.
Okay.
And so I actually looked into this because I love cranberries.
Right.
Cranberries are considered a superfood.
Right.
But when you put them in a can and add sugar and preservatives and all those other things, you've actually made them damaging. So cranberries out of the can, big no-no.
Okay.
If you make your own cranberry sauce from scratch and don't put a lot of sugar in it, then it's actually can be really healthy. It has a lot of antioxidants and good things.
And since most people get it out of the can just because it's easier to do, saves a little time.
That's right.
We'll have to go with a no-no on that. Thank you very much, Dr. Kohli.
Thank you, Steve. Happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you. You as well. All right, there we go. We've got some great tips for Thanksgiving. So eat up, but, be smart about it.